Hey ladies, so I wanted to do a story time about how I got my master's degree, my journey to getting it at 44 years old, and it all kind of starts before I even got my associate's degree, which I got in 2004. I was 4 months pregnant when I walked across the stage. But let's go back a few years prior to that, a lot of years prior to that. I had started my education after high school. I went to Southeastern University in Florida and did my freshman year, met my now ex-husband, got married, went back for my sophomore year, and my grade point average had fell too low to qualify for financial aid. So I had to quit taking classes. And I moved back up into the DC area in, 1997, and I actually went to Northern Virginia Community College in 1999, started my first class. Transferred my credits up from Southeastern College in Florida, took a class at a time, usually just one a semester, and then I finally had enough credits to actually graduate with my associates in general studies. And I did that in 2004. So you can see it kind of took me a minute there from 1999, May of 1999. I was 4 months pregnant with my daughter. I walked across the stage in April of 2004. Actually, I think I had finished my requirements in December of 2003, but walked in April 2004. So that took quite a bit of time. So from 2004 to 2007, I was content, and I just took a break. And it really wasn't until 2006, when I lost baby number 5, that I really felt like I needed to kind of do something different, needed to finish school, kind of just like, I tell people, going through an experience like that brings you to your knees, and you kind of just rethink life and its purpose and what you're doing. My baby was stillborn at 32 weeks gestation, and so that was in May of 2006. So May of 2000, or about, I guess, fall of 2007, I decided to possibly go back to school. And so I checked out transferring my credits back down to Southeastern. All along, I was married. I had 4 children. Had just lost baby number 5. Was working full time. I had started my career at an ATM help desk and was always in financial operations and then corporate accounting. So I was working full time, going to college part time. Had acquired the associate's degree. And then, like I said, about 2007, I kind of took a look at things. Maybe 2007, 2008. Because I didn't go back to school. I didn't go back to Southeastern until the spring of 2010, because I went 3 semesters full time. So it was summer or spring of 2010. I was able to graduate in May 2011. So I was kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Took a couple more classes at the community college, but then transferred all those credits back down to Southeastern University in Florida, and I was able to graduate in May of 2011 with my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. All the while while this was going on, I was also getting ready to sign divorce papers, was just laid off from a job I had for 15 years. And so it was a lot going on. Like I said, to complete my bachelor's, I took 3 full course loads for 3 semesters in a row. They said you can go ahead and walk in May 2011. I just had to sign a piece of paper that said I would take 1 course over the summer session, and then I got my degree mailed to me after that. So I say all that to say this: no matter what your life circumstances are, you can do it. Like, if you can dream it, you can do it. And after losing the baby and the impact that had on my marriage, I felt like I really needed to do something for myself, to empower myself. And I felt like the education was the way to go, to get this finished up, what I had started so many years ago. So I got my bachelor's in 2011 in criminal justice. So then I started hanging out with a great friend who I was trying to help him study for his Security Plus exam. And he said to me, you're good at this, you should go into this being cyber. And so that's how this all started. Took 2 courses at the community college in 2012, IT courses that would prepare you for the Security Plus exam. Did very well in those, and went ahead and started preparing to take the Security Plus exam. And also in the meantime, I had joined a professional association called Women's Society of Cyber Jitsu. I was also working from, the story of being laid off. I had acquired a full-time position with K-12, an online education company, doing billing and revenue. And so I was working full-time. I was in a good place, took these courses, did great at it, started studying for Security Plus, started doing weekend workshops with the ladies in this professional association, and I just applied for grad school. And I got in, and I was pretty pleased with myself just for even getting in. And so again, working full-time, still had at least 3 kids in the house at this point. My son graduated in 2013, so I had his 3 sisters at home with me. The youngest at this point was still, maybe first, second grade. So I decided to go to grad school. And again, just kind of taking two courses a semester, didn't go during the summer, and had enough credits to get the graduate certificate in information technology, because I took a lot of prerequisite IT courses since IT was not what my undergrad degree was in, and I had enough credits to graduate with the graduate certificate in information technology. So I picked that up in May of 2016, last May. And I was like hesitant if I was going to go back and finish the master's degree or not. And I decided, hey, I have 5 classes. I can break them up over 2 semesters. I'm going to go ahead and get this done. And that leads me to my master's degree. And so last weekend, I graduated from Marymount University with my Master's of Science in Cybersecurity. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so excited. I would have never thought that this was something that I wanted. And I'll tell you, someone asked me the other day, what got you into cyber? How'd you get into cyber? And when they said, what got you into cyber, I said, a guy. And it was. And if it wasn't for his encouragement and support, I don't think I would be where I am today. I probably wouldn't have felt confident enough in the choice to go into IT or cyber. And, I think we all have that friend that we value. They're almost like a sense of being a mentor to you. And that is what this was in this case. And, I'm forever grateful, because my life has completely changed from working in finance to working in IT. Now I, sit in the data center and I look at, racks of servers that I used to depreciate when I was in corporate accounting, for a different company, but the same, hardware. And I'm like in a totally different place now, and I'm loving it. New challenges, totally. It's like starting over, but exciting challenges. And like if you may, look at me like a guy got you into cyber, and it's true. And I appreciate the fact that he saw the potential in me, he encouraged it, and this is where I am today, working for a large, well-known corporation in the financial industry, and just a complete, change in career. And I say that to say this. At 44, you can totally reinvent yourself. You can have a second career. What helped me is my positions prior to going into the job working for the company I'm with now. They always kind of tied in to a little bit of IT. They were always tech-based companies, and I worked in operations, so I was exposed to things that system operations people would work on, and I had the help desk experience and the switches and networks with that when I worked at the ATM help desk. So I looked for a company that I knew I could get, if I got my foot in the door, I could build this IT career. But I also looked for a company that I knew what was on my resume would have interest to them, just because it would tie in. So that's one suggestion I would have if you were deciding to do this, to get into cyber, to switch careers. With your new company, try and look for something that you can offer them based on your past experience. Even if you're going into a totally different field, there's still some type of connection. It's going to make it easier for you to get your foot in the door. So I hope you've enjoyed this story time. Probably could have gone into greater detail. I am a single mom of 4 children. Number 5, he's a little angel in heaven. Number 1 is going to be 22 years old, and he's working on a degree in computer science. My oldest daughter just turned 18 and is going to graduate from high school. And my second daughter is going to turn 15 in a couple weeks. And the baby of them all will turn 13 this fall. And so you can do it. In a matter of, from 1999 to 2017, I acquired 4 different degrees, certificates, and totally switched careers. And I'm pretty proud of myself. Thanks, ladies.